In this video, we're going to be running through a quick review of Zendesk Sell and comparing it to Leadloft to see which CRM is best for your team. Let's get into it. So this is Zendesk Sell, and they actually released this after acquiring Base CRM. So it's essentially just Base that you're using, which is an older, kind of old school CRM. So if we just hop into it, this is kind of the dashboard where you can see metrics and tracking. And the way it works is it actually operates very similarly to Salesforce in the sense that they have leads, they have contacts, and they also have deals here. When it comes to contacts can have a mixture or a combination of both contacts and companies here. You can see there's kind of both there for the most part. And the way it works is, or the way at least Salesforce designed this back in the day, in the early 2000s, was that you create these leads. Leads are like potential deals or potential contacts. And then once you talk to them, you can kind of open them up here, and then you convert them into a contact or a company of sorts. You click convert, it'll go through the process of converting them, and then you can view the company or the contact, and it kind of creates a contact, and it essentially creates somebody that you can now track in your CRM. Leadloft operates quite a bit simpler than this. If we hop into Leadloft, it's just a pipeline. Essentially, when you have new leads, they just show up under new here. You can sort them depending how you want, but new just means they haven't been contacted and you haven't been engaging them. And your goal is obviously just to drag them and move them down to customer or investor or partner or what have you here in your CRM process. It's really straightforward, really easy to use. And the first thing you'll notice is Leadloft's just easier to use and easier to understand. You hop in here, you can see who's new, who you need to follow up with, who's active, and of course, who's won or lost. And if you'd like, you can build filters that make it really easy to see what's going on. For example, I can make the owner me, and I could also say that the status is, say, active or follow up. And then once you have that, you can click save and actually save that as a quick view. And it makes it really easy for your team to access. And to do that, I can just go over here. You can see here, I already created a quick view named follow up. If I click it, I'll see all of the deals where I'm the owner and I need to follow up. So it's really easy to see exactly what's going on and precisely who I need to follow up with in this moment. And whenever any team member on your team clicks this, they'll see the deals they need to follow up with, because when you filter for me, it filters for the current user viewing the dashboard. So now let's go back into Zendesk here. And once we're here, you can see there's other aspects of this. You have calendar, you have tasks, you have communication. It only syncs with email and phones. Just keep that in mind. There's no LinkedIn or WhatsApp, etc. And of course, they also have reporting. And Zendesk does have some really powerful reporting. It kind of follows that old school status of reporting. So it's similar to HubSpot, similar to Salesforce, where you can essentially build very customizable reports. Whether it's useful or not really depends on your team and what you're looking for. And as you can tell, Zendesk is really just an old school CRM. It's really simple, really straightforward. They have email integration, calling integration, and of course, they have leads, they have contacts and companies, and of course, you have deals. And the difficulty with this, in my experience, is that teams always struggle to figure out how to connect deals and companies and contacts. And when you add leads into the mix, it can make it even more confusing. So just be aware, if you are using Zendesk Sell, it will take some time for your team to learn how to use it, and you'll probably take some time for you yourself to map out a sales process with it. If you hop into Leadloft, Leadloft is much more powerful than Zendesk in a variety of ways. The first one being prospecting. With Leadloft, you can hop into your playbooks here, and playbooks can actually run outreach, but they can also prospect for you. I can click new playbook, and there's a couple options here. I can do manual enrollment if I just want to use a playbook for following up, or I can click AI prospector. They'll actually use AI agents that go out and prospect on my behalf. Let's just go ahead and use that. For example, I can now describe the prospect I want to go after. We'll just say VPs of sales located in SF. We'll click continue. And in the background, it's going to start building an audience for us. And then the next step here is we actually need to build the playbook, right? So we can build it by hand or with AI. Let's just save some time. And we'll say the template is outbound lead gen. Our pitch is, we help sales teams streamline and scale sales. We'll click generate with AI when you're ready. And now it's going to start building a playbook with email steps, LinkedIn steps, calling tasks, etc. So let's just give it a moment here. And there we go. You can see it opens up with Bounce Shield, which will verify catch-all or unverifiable emails. You can also use it to re-verify verified emails. We have automated email steps, LinkedIn connection steps, email follow-ups, LinkedIn messages, calling tasks, etc. I think it looks pretty good. So we'll just click Use Playbook, and there we go. We now have a really powerful playbook that we can use for outreach, and we can also build a similar playbook for following up. And now if you want to set those AI agents live, just click Start Playbook up here on the top right and give it a click. When you do, AI agents will go out in the background and start going contact by contact, company by company, seeing if they do in fact match your description here. If they match this description, they'll save their contact information, meaning their email and their phone number, and then they'll start engaging them in this playbook. So it's super powerful. And of course, beyond that, you can also prospect manually on LinkedIn using our Chrome extension. You can also use these playbooks for following up. If I go back to my playbooks, you can see I built a manual playbook called Deal Follow-Up here. And what I could do if I wanted to is I could go up to my follow-up quick view, see all the deals I need to follow up with. And there's my interested leads here. I can just select them all, click playbook, and then add them to my deal follow-up playbook. And of course, we'll re-verify their emails, connect with them on LinkedIn, engage them on email, and of course, follow these steps and execute everything automatically. So there you have it. That's my review of Zendesk Sell. When it comes down to it, it is a clean and well-designed CRM, but it's ultimately just kind of an old school CRM. It's not going to do anything new that you're looking for, like catch-all verification, prospecting, and email discovery, etc. So if you just want a standard CRM, Zendesk Sell is pretty solid. But if you're looking to book meetings and actually scale revenue, LeadLoft is obviously the better choice here. So hopefully that's helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me or my team. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next video.